So we're here at the Classic Vehicle Show to look at some bikes and a few cars. The Classic Motorcycle Show at the NEC is one of the largest of its kind. It's expensive, but at the same time it's a very good show. You get some people who try and make out. I remember watching somebody video and some guy was saying, yeah, they just angled the engine on the Rocket 3 to make the sensor counted. Absolutely, if you look at it, absolutely not true. Completely wrong, you know. It is a proper angled engine. It's a different engine, and they use this engine.
Very similar, but they are different.
It's the same, but they just angle the cylinders on the BSA just to give it a different look, give it a more individual look. You know, give it its own appearance. It looks better for the angle engine. If you look at the T160, because T160s are all built at small leaf, and that's basically the same engine, but we're trying covers on it.
Yeah, because this is basically T160 engine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're very similar, but they are different.
Also at the show was Craig Vetter's prototype in its original BSA livery. Later machines that did go on sale were badged as Triumphs, but were actually BSA Rocket 3s underneath. Yeah, you can see it was a little bit over the top because the seats. Imagine keeping that seat clean with the wind. The engine, but yeah, the engine. Yeah, they're very chrome.
I like.
Well, I know you like the hex. You did a hex tank version of this as well, you know, Tom.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's very non-standard.
Like those
yeah, the pre-units are better looking. I think I will say that, you know, because all this argument, the 68 Bonneville is the best. I mean, if you go aesthetically, the pre-units do look better. They're not mechanically better, but they look better. I mean, in many ways, you know,
well, the frames are quite bullshit.
Yeah, oh yeah, they are, yeah.
We built those bikes.
Yeah, the one, yeah. Remember I was watching some of the videos about it.
I didn't realise they were all cooled.
They're not, well, they've got an all cooler. That's a later mod, that is. So if you look at the standard ones, they haven't, yeah.
I didn't realise it was even an option.
It's quite a good idea if you do like a lot of motorway miles, you know, a lot of high speed.
What, do they do the heating program?
Well, any bike kind of working hard, they're cool bike. Alright. On the vintage Japanese stand was this very nice CB504. While the largest CB750 is of course the bike that everybody wants, and fetches the most money naturally, the 500 and the 550 models are perhaps in many ways better, providing a better all-round balanced machine, and much more twisted to Europe's twisty road than its bigger brother, which in truth was much more designed to suit the long open roads of the American West, with its big flexible motor and its soft and comfortable suspension setup. And it has to be said that given the depressed state of the market at that time, being a fair bit cheaper also helped no small amount too. The Osborne Engineering Company was best known for its unusual approach to the art of motorcycling, which is one reason why they're often nicknamed, somewhat cruelly, the oddly engineered contraptions. And this feature demonstrates the point nicely. It's fitted with the company's duplex steering spring chassis. It's a highly unusual system which, whilst not providing the best ground clearance perhaps, and being a little vague, it did give the machine excellent straight line stability, one of the reasons why the bike was popular for speed record attempts. Here we have a truly gorgeous Velocette Venom Thruxton. In fact, this particular model has never actually been used on the road. It is a track bike only machine, and was raced by its owner during the 1960s, and he informed us that it is an absolute pig to start when cold. But once warmed up and ready to go, it goes like an absolute mini rocket ship. And I believed him.
W3644, thank you.
Velocette man Tom was absolutely in raptures.
On to lot 104, and it's the 1989 Ford Escort RS Turbo S2.
Oh, they're doing cars.
Less than 30,000.
Compared to previous years, the auction seemed a little smaller, but there was plenty of exotic machinery on show, and in keeping with modern trends, an awful lot of it was from the late 70s and early 80s. including this stunning Harry Suzuki, which even manages to make the Guzzi and the Ducati Hailwood replica next to it look ordinary by comparison.
This is just CB 1100. It's one of the first fully faired Hondas, with standard production.
Of course, being us, we make no apologies for including this truly beautiful Guzzi V7 from the 1970s, which is parked just a short distance away from its main Italian opposition. Which one would you rather have? I know which one I have. One of the few older machines actually up for sale this year was this lovely lightweight Veris. These machines were built in Glover Street, Birmingham in the 1920s by the Wiseman Motorcycle Company. One of the stands that really caught Tom's eye was for the VFR RC30 owners. These very classy and, it has to be said, rather rare and expensive V4s are a cut above the standard road bike and were of course homologation specials. So whilst not exactly suited for long range touring, these are truly stunning motorcycles, and one which Tom really does covet. He likes something a bit sporty. Good luck with that, Tom. Leaning towards the rather less exotic is of course the BSA Bantam, and there were lots and lots on show, as always at these places. Because a Bantam makes an ideal first classic. It's very simple, fun to ride, and the quicker ones are, well, quicker, and there are lots of varieties, such as the Bushman and the more sporty models in the late 60s. Again this year the Royal Enfield stand was very good, with models ranging from this tiny Flying Flea to the new parallel twins and big singles. For me, the Royal Enfield Club always seems one of the most approachable and most friendly. And they even had a couple of really nice 1920s flat tankers on show. But if riding a hand change flat tanker just seems a bit too much for you, there's always the much more modest Model G. The Model G was the less sporty version of the Bullet. Yes indeed, the Bullet was a sports model when it first entered service. The Model G is generally similar, but runs an iron head and vertical valves, so is a little bit less peppy. But a machine of great charm nonetheless.
None, it's all the 750s.
On an unrelated stand, we found this dual overhead cam 500 Laverda. These bikes are pretty damn rare actually, more so the 350. Which, although may be common in Italy, is a very uncommon sight here in the UK. Vespers and Lambrettas, much less so of course. And there's a fair number of scooters of all types and brands, from both Italy and also from Germany too, including the excellent 250cc Makos, a company these days of course much more famous for its motocross machines, but the maker of fine scooters in its day. Tom, did I hear you say Back to the Future? Yes indeed, it's the DeLorean stand. Flux capacitors on standby. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, thank you very much for watching.